Hello everyone, and welcome to a Static Grass Creations Studio update. Today we have an update on the Khador commission that I showed an unboxing a little while ago. Now, what I have completed are the Winter Guard, eSorscha, the Kovnik Gigorovich, I believe, and the Fang Kovnik. There's also a unit of Black Dragon pikemen, Black Dragon Iron Fang pikemen with officer and standard. For obvious reasons, I didn't put them on here because it's, black on black, can't really see them. And we'll go ahead and have a closer look. Alright, first we're going to take a look at the Winter Guard. So there's 15 models here, and that includes the officer and the standard. The grunts, the Winter Guard infantry, aside from the officer and the standard, have been painted to a tabletop standard. Take a closer look at that, and the officer and standard have been painted to a detailed standard. Alright, taking a closer look at these four, pretty much the four different poses. Maybe there's three different poses. I don't know. But yeah, there's actually, I didn't know this, but there's actually like an extra head, or a head's like a detachable head. So that's the one with the head that you need to glue on. He has glasses. I'll get it even closer. I'll give you a different head. Alright, so we got Winter Guard infantry in basically standard Khador colors. So we have the really bright red, the leather armor, and the gray cloak. They have little hats, the fur hats. They all have axes too. All of them. Yeah. And it also comes with the weapon attachment, the rocket. Take a closer look at the officer and standard. So again, these are painted to a detailed standard. We'll zoom in on one of them. Okay, we have the officer first. You can see there are a couple of highlights going on. The armor has been given a highlight, give it more depth, such like that. Clothing has been highlighted. And all of the models, including the Winter Guard, have custom slush bases, slushy mud bases. So underneath, you can see that there's a little bit of mud in there. They do have black boots, so it's much harder to see. But all of their boots, if they're touching the mud, or would have been touching the mud, they all have mud slick all over their boots. And give it a little bit more narrative. The snow that I used is crushed glass from Secret Weapon Miniatures. Crushed glass and realistic water effects spread on top of a mud mixture. Let's look at the banner. Standard red banner with the gold insignia. Finally, we have the leaders and solos, warcasters and solos. Now, Commander Irisk, Commandant Irisk, I'm in the middle of painting him, so he's not done yet. I've got the red completed, well, base coated fully. Alright, next on to the actually painted stuff. We will do Epic Sorscha first. Forward, Commander Sorscha. She is the lady with the hammer. Painted to a display standard. Everything essentially has been blended on her. All of her armor, all of that. The weapon being given lots of shading. Yeah. As well as the leather armor underneath. A little bit of it. And the ice. I was requested to do ice for her base. So she's standing on a little block of broken up ice, stuff like that, with the slush on top, no mud. So she's the cleanest out of everybody. But all around is still the mud and slush. I've also instead of here the shoulder pad and here the trim of this shoulder pad, those have been given white instead of black. Coating and to, make them stand out more. Also, there's going to be 3, I think. The Sorscha, Iris, and the Colossal are going to have the Khador symbol painted onto the base, right at the center, front facing. This was at client request to paint that. I also added in the orange line like on everybody else to make it a little bit more clear. Next is these two, the two Kovniks. So this guy is Gigorovich. He has a nice sword pointing up in the air as well as his hand cannon. And to show that he is a named character, somewhat of a hero in the army, I've given him white trim on his shoulder pads, just like Sorscha, but I've also given him winter camouflage design on his cloak. Looking fine, isn't he? There's also white trim on some of his leather armor. And here we have the Iron Fang Kovnik, painted up to a detailed standard just like Gigorovich. And just like on Gigorovich and Sorscha, both the shoulder pads have a white trim, as well as similarities on Gigorovich with the winter camouflage on the shoulder pads. Since there wasn't very much room to put it on the cloak, they're all like metal scales essentially. So I had to put on the shoulder pads. Provides a very interesting contrast here. Static Grass Creations is a professional miniature model painting and assembly company. Check us out at www.staticgrasscreations for more information. Set up a project today and let's bring some miniatures to life. If you like what you see, give this video a like and don't forget to subscribe.